It's been a hot minute since I posted on YouTube, but I have been working like crazy since like July. I got 2 jobs in the summer. I was working at an antique shop and then my current job, and I've just been working. I have been working and saving up money for like my future, for the things I want to do, because I want to move. And I just like decided to start focusing on myself. And as much as I love content creation on YouTube, I was like, I need to fully lock in and just focus on myself. So since July, I have been working like nonstop, and I love it. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth while talking about a job, but I love my job so much, and like it feels fulfilling. And don't get me wrong, there are still some days where I'll wake up and I will be like, I don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to go to work, but I think that's kind of a given no matter what job you have. But I love my job. I work outside, I work with dogs, I work at a dog kennel. I love my job so much. Literally, I don't think I have ever worked such a fulfilling job before. I love it so much. I wish I could insert clips from work, but like obviously they're not my dogs. There is one dog that I'm gonna put clips of because he's a full-time foster intake from the rescue that my boss is like caring for, that we care for. His name is Asher. He's the sweetest. I love him so much. I'll like put little photos up here. And he, like, the days where I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed and get up and go work outside, I think of Asher and I'm like, never mind, let's go. Like, I just love him so much. And I did not think I would like working outside in the Canadian winter, because it's Canada and it's winter, but I love it. Like, it's so fulfilling. Guys, I love where my life is right now. Like, I have goals and I have like this idea of what my future is gonna look like, and I'm working towards that. And I like sometimes am impatient because I want the things that I like have planned for myself in my future, but I'm not quite ready for it yet, financially and otherwise. So 6 months I've been working, saving money. I've been working through my shit. I was going to therapy earlier this year. I should probably go back. Anyways, I'm just yapping. I'm so proud of myself. I don't know, but anyways, I've been feeling called to start vlogging and like filming things for YouTube again. So that's why I'm here. I'm vlogging. No, I have no plan. Literally, like, I have no clue what I'm doing right now. I don't even know what kind of content I'm gonna be recording for YouTube, but I just thought I would catch y'all up. I just thrifted this, oh my goodness, it's like a little eagle. You can't even see that. My favorite tea at the moment. I'll show y'all. Just because I don't know how long I'm gonna be holed up in my room. We're doing the big mug today. So, the best tea I've ever had in my entire life. It's actually so fucking good. Like, indescribably, probably my favorite. Indescribably good. So, I have no clue what my hair is doing right now. All right, yeah. Pomegranate, raspberry. The best tea ever. I want to be buried with this tea. Although I think I would like it like a little bit better if it was strawberry pomegranate. But that's okay. And I just drink it black, or I just drink it naked. I don't know what the thing. I went to a cafe the other day and I like, it's actually one that like, sometimes I don't know how much of my personal life I should divulge on the internet, so I'm just gonna choose to not to divulge my personal life. This cafe, and I went to it and I was like, they had a strawberry pomegranate tea there. It was so good. And they were like, and I was like, I'll just take it black. And she was like, oh, it's called naked. Is that like the proper etiquette for ordering tea? I've just always said black. But anyways, I want to worship whoever made this blend. I will get on my knees and worship whoever made this blend. And I stand by that. One of my favorite YouTubers has been like vlogging again. I love their vlogs, but they're so cool. Like, they actually have hobbies and things that they do. Like, they're a musician, So like they go and they like play stage shows and stuff, and their vlogs are actually entertaining to watch because you're like you're watching them do something that they love and that they're passionate about. And like my mediumship is like that, but it's not the same as like playing the bass guitar, you know? Like maybe it's fun for you guys to watch. I don't know, but I'm just like, I wish I had like a hobby that I was good at that I could like vlog, you know? I mean, I have hobbies. I wouldn't really say I'm good at any of them, but howdy, it's me again. I'm currently pet sitting, and I just wanted to share some of my thoughts. I feel really weird vlogging in a home that is not mine, especially like talking out loud to myself. I just made myself a cup of strawberry pomegranate tea, which is like my favorite tea lately. So I'm exhausted. Like, I'm very grateful for the pet sitting clients that I have, but I'm exhausted because I am working my other 2 jobs on top of this. One thing that pet sitting has taught me is that I want a cat when I move out. Like, that's like a no-brainer for me. I'm getting a cat for myself when I move out. That is so good. It's like interesting because pet sitting teaches you about like, it's like teaches you what it's gonna be like to live alone, even though I have lived alone before, but it has been a while. So watching other people's animals is just like a lesson in what I can handle, and like I'm used to living with my parents and my brother and my 3 dogs. So I feel like living alone and having my own apartment, I'm gonna be really like lacking companionship, and I think that I want a cat. I mean, I've always wanted a cat. I would get a dog, but that feels like a cat just seems more fitting for what I want. Cat hair in my tea. I don't know. I just have such a specific image of what my life is gonna look like when I move out, and part of that is like I'm an idealist. Like I'm someone who will idolize things and like romanticize and fantasize. Oops, sorry, honey. You can't have that. I know that what I'm thinking of is maybe not realistic, but it's still fun to think about. It's still fun to fantasize. I just wanted to share a little realization that I had. Also, ignore the bruises on my arm. I had to go to the hospital on Christmas Day for my Addison's disease, and trigger warning, bruises, when they were trying to put my IV in, they like blew my veins multiple times. So the bruising is really bad. I'm okay though. But yeah, if you see that on my arm, just that's what that is. I wanted to share a little realization, but a thought that I just had coming up to the new year. I feel like it's so easy for us as a society, for us as human beings, to put so much pressure on ourselves in terms of like New Year's resolutions, New Year's goals, New Year's thises and that. And it's so easy to be like, I didn't do enough this year, or to beat yourself up for the resolutions you didn't follow through on, or even just like recent goals that you haven't really followed through on. It's so easy to beat yourself up. And I'm sitting here tonight and I'm like going through a thing of my own, like processing things mentally, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I need to do this, I need to do that in terms of healing, in terms of like personal growth, mental growth. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about like a lesson that I'm learning within a situation in my life where I'm not like honoring myself mentally. Anyways, I'm just sitting here beating myself up about like all the things I haven't done yet, or for the lessons that I'm still learning that I could have learned long ago. And I'm just sitting here being really hard on myself and making a list of like things that I'm not going to do in the new year. Like, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to think this way, I'm going to act this way. And I took a step back to go upstairs and make myself some tea, really good tea. I love tea. I think I am officially like a tea over coffee person. And I'm upstairs and I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait, I'm so worried about all the healing that I have yet to do, all the growth that I have yet to grow through, the lessons I have yet to learn. And I haven't even sat here and like thought about what 2024 really was like for me. Like, what things did I go through in 2024? I haven't even processed this year because this year was so tumultuous for me because I experienced the most significant growth that I've probably experienced in my adult years, but also like some of the hardest losses and the hardest lessons. And I was just sitting upstairs like stirring my cream into my tea, and I'm like, holy shit, I have grown so much. Like, I don't even recognize myself in the last YouTube video that I posted, physically or mentally. I'm just like, I haven't even taken a moment to sit down and like appreciate where I have come, the lessons I have learned, the growth that I have accomplished, the healing work that I have done, because I'm a whole new person. Like, we as humans get so caught up on hyper fixating on all of the things we didn't do right, or all of the things we could have done different, or all of the things we could do or have yet to do. And it's like, what about what we have done? What about what we have accomplished? It's always do better, be better, but like, when was the last time you sat down and gave yourself a hug or a pat on the back, or like congratulated yourself for what you've accomplished? Because it's been a long damn time for me. And like, every once in a while I'll sit there and I'll be like, wow, I've accomplished a lot. Like, I've done a lot and I'm a completely new person. But it's such a passing thought. And it's like, I haven't actually let myself sit down to process the things that I've gone through. And I just felt like sharing that because we put way too much pressure on ourselves as a society. And we need to be easier on ourselves. And I'm not saying that in a perspective of like, it's okay to enable yourself, because it's not, but you're kind of enabling yourself to stay within a cycle. And I'm talking to myself right here, and if it resonates with you as well, but I'm kind of enabling myself to stay within a cycle that's not serving me, where I'm like, I need to do more, I need to heal more, I need to like be better, I need to be stronger. I'm stuck in a cycle of I need to heal more, I need to grow more, I need to do more, I need to do better. And like, I go and I push myself until burnout or until like something happens, because I'm actively trying to be like this perfect person, this perfect version of myself. And obviously that's unobtainable, that's unrealistic. So then I push myself to burnout, and then, or something will happen and it'll trigger all of my emotions to come out all at once. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, fuck, what am I not doing right? What do I need to do more? What do I need to do better? And then it's just like this vicious cycle. And I think in order to grow, you have to recognize the growth that you've already done. I really wish I could play the music that I'm listening to, but it is copywritten. So if I play it right now, then my video will get taken down. Anyways, be kinder to yourself and recognize the things that you have gone through, the growth that you've accomplished, and don't minimize it. Don't be like, it's small. It's not. No amount of growth is small. No amount of growth is pointless. What a good book. 2024 was the year that I got back into reading again. As you know, if you've watched my videos, like, I was a huge book person growing up. I would lock myself in my bedroom and like read books for 10 hours, like novels as a child. And then like somewhere along the line, I just stopped and I fell out of love with reading. I think like going to school kind of caused that. This last year, 2024, it's January 1st today. Fucking crazy. Happy New Year. This year I just like decided that one thing I wanted to do was get back into reading, and so I went and I got back into reading, and I love reading so much. My favorite books that I've read this year, I don't have a lot of them with me, but I'll put them up. Okay, my favorite book I think that I read this year is by Emily Austen. She's a small Canadian author. I read 2 of her books. One book was Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, and then her other book was Interesting Facts About Space. Both main characters are lesbians, same, so I relate on that note. And the books, I believe, are literary fiction. Don't quote me on that, I'm still learning, but they just like, something within my soul deeply resonates with the characters in both of those books. The books were just amazing. I would say those are in my top 10. If you're gay and you read and you have watched my videos, you also know that I've talked about The Locked Tomb before. Gideon the Ninth is probably my favorite book of the year, especially sapphic books. I'm actually currently reading Harrow the Ninth, as you just saw. I'm about 200 pages in, and I want to finish this before my birthday, which is 2 weeks away. So I want to be able, on my 23rd birthday, I want to be holding Nona the Ninth, and I want to be reading Nona the Ninth. I don't really have much to say. I'm so bad at explaining books, guys. Like, if you were to ask me to give a summary and a rating and a review on a book, I'm horrible. I don't know how to talk about books. One book I am excited for, though, is Onyx Storm. I have Iron Flame right here, and then I have 2 copies of Fourth Wing, the paperback special edition, and then the hardcover. This is also on my TBR for 2025. It's called A Broken Blade. Sapphic fantasy, possibly sapphic romantasy, I'm not too sure. But the main character, her name is Kira. She's an assassin. There's Faye. I'm so bad at talking about books. I want to finish Harrow the Ninth, and then I want to read Nona the Ninth, and then I'm going to start this. I'm going to BC in February to see Taylor, which if you've watched my videos, you know who Taylor is. She's my best friend, and we're going to see The Basement Yard. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that by the time that I'm flying to Taylor's, I'm finished the Locked Tomb series. Waiting for Alecto the Ninth, but hopefully by then I'm finished Harrow and Nona the Ninth, and then I can start this book on the plane or in the airport on the way there. Want to smoke? It's January 1st, going into the night of January 2nd, and I want to smoke. So let's vlog that. This is my little jar of things. This is my favorite beanie. I like thrifted it. That probably sounds gross. I washed it, it's fine. But it's like a handmade wool beanie. Coolest fucking hat that I own. Coolest hat that I've ever put on top of my head. Like, are you kidding me? And it goes with like any top because it's got like a billion colors. Like it goes with the green, my Kakashi shirt because it has green. I think it's sick. And then my coat, which I never know how to wear a coat over top of like over the shoulder shirts, but it's so weird like looking into a camera. Because like in my brain I look so much different. I don't know where to put this. It is chilly. Mason jar of trinkets. There was actually no trinkets in here. I hope you're having a good night. I love the winter. I used to hate the winter. It's growing on me. I think having a job where I work outside has like taught me to like the cold weather, but also because of my Addison's disease diagnosis, my pain tolerance is better. I think my temperature regulation and my temperature tolerance is better.